Who is the Stockton serial killer? Who is Wesley Brownlee? And why is Wesley Brownlee suspected to be the Stockton serial killer? In this video, we are going to talk about Wesley Brownlee. His early life as a troubled teen, the crimes Wesley Brownlee committed, and why he is allegedly suspected to be the infamous Stockton serial killer who had the entire Stockton city on edge. The suspect, Wesley Brownlee, a 43-year-old Stockton resident, was arrested 2 weeks ago, October 15th, the date of arrest, in connection with 7 randomly targeted killings in Stockton and Oakland. Stockton police have confirmed that ballistics tests have linked the shootings to one another. Brownlee was arrested around 2 a.m. on October 15th, in what the police called a hunt for an 8th victim. The police chief said the arrest was made possible thanks to community tips and the work of his department. But, before we go into details on how he was arrested, the level of crimes he committed, and who his victims are, brace yourself, I'll take you on a trip down memory lane. It's about to get crazy. And I hope I got your full attention. Now let's talk about the early life of Wesley Brownlee. Court records show that Brownlee is a troubled individual who has been involved with the law ever since he sexually attacked a student at his high school, and was arrested many times for selling crack cocaine in his neighborhood. In May 1994, just 2 weeks before his 15th birthday, Brownlee was arrested along with 2 other boys on suspicion of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl. According to court records, in interviews with a juvenile probation officer, Brownlee denied involvement in the sexual assault and blamed it on his 2 friends. Brownlee was born in San Francisco, but grew up in an apartment on Seminary Avenue in East Oakland, just 6 blocks from where the April 2021 Oakland victim was gunned down. His parents lived together on and off for 16 years when he was a teen, but they finally got separated while Brownlee was still fairly young. In October 1995, when Brownlee was 16, his older brother Dale Brownlee, who was just a year older than Wesley, was shot and killed on the 5700 block of East 16th Street, in what police called a drug-related killing. Court records say Wesley Brownlee became depressed and very distressed over his brother's death, and that his mother sought therapy for him. It appears that Brownlee has both innate mental limitations and psychological stress over the murder of his brother. He seems either unable or unwilling to assume meaningful responsibility for himself, the report says. He appears to have difficulty settling into any kind of positive activity. However, the police did not disclose the reason why Wesley Brownlee allegedly started looking for people to shoot and kill in his early 40s. Stockton and Oakland authorities were able to identify the homicide victims as Serrano, age 40, killed on April 10, 2021, in Oakland; Paul, killed on July 8, 2022, in Stockton. The other victims are Salvador Debuty, Jonathan Hernandez Rodriguez, Juan Cruz, and his last victim Lawrence Lopez, who was killed on September 27, 2022. Brownlee was also accused of shooting and wounding a 46-year-old woman on April 16, 2021 in Stockton. But she survived. His arrest ended a year-long killing spree between Stockton and Oakland, leaving 6 dead and a woman injured. All of the attacks happened at night or early morning when the victims were alone. Wesley Brownlee was finally arrested on the 15th of October at exactly 2 a.m. while driving through Stockton with a mask and gun in his possession. Authorities had zeroed in on Brownlee from tips and officers and surveilled Brownlee as he drove. According to the police chief, his patterns were consistent with some of the patterns that we had seen around parks, around dark places, stopping, looking around, and moving again. The police chief, Stanley McFadden, said in a statement he was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting as officers made contact with him. He was wearing dark clothing and a mask around his neck. He was also armed with a firearm when he was taken into custody. We are sure we stopped another killing. McFadden said he had very emotional conversations with the victims' families. Even though there aren't any words that we can say that will bring back the lost loved ones, the least that we could do is do our part to bring justice, he said. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for spending your time with us. Please click the like button on your screen if you appreciate the content of this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like this. Our next video will blow your mind. If you want to be notified when our next video is posted, then kindly hit the notification bell in a sexy way. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next video. Alright guys, see you next week and stay safe.